Hello everyone, myself Hardi Bora, and today I'm going to deal with the topic of the evolution of submissive female archetypes in media. These are my personal information, table of content, and let's introduce the archetype mean. What is archetype mean? Archetype is a primordial image, character, or pattern recurring in the literature and thought embodying universal concept. It was coined by Carl Jung. Archetype signifies a pattern from a collective unconscious genetically inherited and recurring across generations. Northrop Frye extended archetype to literary context, emphasizing its significance to understanding literature. Archetypal criticism linked with thinkers like Maud Bodkin and James Hillman, rooted in the uh, Jungian principles. What is the archetypal criticism? Archetype, a universal pattern evoking deep emotional responses in a literature rooted in the unconscious memory. Archetype, original model of prototype shaping similar things, and ideal example. Arc as a prefix signify highest or the most important, as seen in a word like archangel or archbishop. Type representation embodying ideal feature or a symbol of a future occurrence. Also, it derived from Latin typus, indicating an image of impression. Archetype in literature. That recurrent pattern resonating with readers and universally explored through various disciplines. Archetype integral part of human experience studied through the archaeology and anthropology, psychology, history, and religion. Mormonism emphasized the types and shadows as a symbolic representations. Archetype basis of literary analysis revealing a profound human connection and universal truths. Carl Jung introduced the concept of the collective unconscious shared by all humans. The collective unconscious hold memories and images from a pre-human racial past. Archetypal images tap into these shared memories, making them powerful and universal. Archetypes are structural components of the collective unconscious containing a large emotional elements. They originated from repeated experiences across generations, residing with the mind and universal thought from. Archetypes manifest in myths, dreams, rituals, and work of art, among other mediums. Numerous archetypes exist in a collective unconscious, including birth, death, power, hero, and more. Let's discuss the concept of submissive female archetypes in the media. Submissive female archetypes in media portrays a woman as a passive, obedient, and lacking agency. These archetypes reinforce traditional gender roles and expectations of women as a subservient to men. Submissive female characters often serves as a love interest and sidekicks to dominant male protagonists. Their storylines typically revolves around their relationship with men rather than their own goals and aspirations. These portrayals perpetuate harmful stereotypes and limit the representation of diverse female experience in media. These archetypes have historical roots and persist across various forms of media. For example, include the damsel in distress, drop in fairy tale like Cinderella and Snow White. In film, the submissive wife archetype is evident in a classical like the Stepford Wives. Television often portrays submissive female characters such as a Betty Draper in in Mad Men. Advertising reinforces these archetypes through the depiction of a woman in domestic roles. Video games often feature submissive female characters needing rescue, like Princess Peach in Super Mario. Literature showcase submissive female protagonists like Bella Swan in Twilight. Social media influencers sometimes confirm to submissive stereotypes to gain followers. Overall, these archetypes perpetuated harmful stereotypes, and limit to the portrayal of women and with agency and independence. Significance and media's role in gender perception and women's empowerment. Understanding the archetypes helps decipher media portrayals of gender roles. For example, analyzing the damsel in distress archetype in a movies reveals traditional gender norms. Media representation shape societal views on gender roles. For example, advertising often reinforces stereotypes by depicting women as a caregiver and men as a breadwinners. Studying archetypes illuminates social expectation placed on women. For example, examining the femme fatale archetype reveals expectation of women to be seductive and manipulative. Media influences perceptions of women's empowerment. For example, strong female character in TV shows challenges stereotypes and inspire empowerment. Gender role stereotypes perpetuated by media hinder women's equality. For example, portraying a woman only domestic roles reinforced in the idea that their place in the home, limiting their opportunity. Analyzing the archetypes informs strategies for promoting women's empowerment. For example, recognizing and challenging gender stereotypes in media can lead to campaigns advocating for a gender equality. Media literacy regarding archetypes is crucial for fostering gender equality. For example, educating individuals to critically analyze media representation helps combat harmful stereotypes. Second one is early depiction and stereotypes. Let's see some early examples of submissive female archetypes in literature, films, and other form of media. Young identified numerous archetypes, including mother, father, child, hero, wise, old man, woman, and more, which blend into each other according to situation. Personalities representing the supernatural power like heroes or gods are crucial archetypes in Jungian psychology linked to the concept of mana. The mother archetype hold a central position, reflect the primal needs for nurturing, not necessarily tied the biological mother. Amina and Aminus represent the feminine and masculine aspects within individual, within the innate urge to integrate them for completeness. When anima and animus merge completely, it's called CZG. CZG, a concept often explored in the spiritual journey. Example of the damsels in a distress. The damsel in distress is a stereotype portrays woman as a helpless, passive, and dependent on the male rescuers, perpetuating gender roles and reinforcing power imbalances. Other examples, like in literature, early examples of submissive female archetypes include characters like Penelope from Homer's Odyssey and Desdemona from Shakespeare's Othello. In the film, the damsel in a distress trope is prominent in the classicals such as King Kong and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. In other forms of media, advertisement and magazines articles from the mid 20th century depicted women as obedient housewives, prompting traditional gender roles and domesticity. Third one is contemporary trends and challenges. Recent media representation of submissive female characters reflects a shift towards nuanced portrayals showcasing agency and complexity. Modern depiction often challenge traditional on stereotypes by presenting submissive character as an empowered individual making conscious choices. Cultural movements such as feminism have influenced media to depict submissive traits, part of characters' multifaceted personality rather than defining their entire identity. There is a trend towards subverting or submissive tropes where female characters exhibit strength and assertiveness alongside submissive tendency. The evolution of societal attributes towards gender roles has led to more diverse and authentic representation of submissive female characters reflecting the complexities of real life experience. Media now frequently explore the internal conflicts and external pressures faced by submissive characters, offering audience a deeper understanding of their motivations and struggle. Contemporary example of submissive female characters from Hindi movies, serials, and advertisement. The first movie is the Kabir Singh, while the film faced backlash for its portrayal of toxic masculinity. The character of Preeti, played by Kiara Advani, is depicted as a submissive love interest to the protagonist. And the second movie, we can say that Padmavat movie is also similar kind of stereotype. Portrayal of stereotype and submissive portrayal of Deepika Padukone in the movie. Third one is Badrinath Kidulanya, also included in this list. Series is Balika Vadhu. This series through now concluded depicted the story of Anandi, a child bride who undergoes various struggles but remains submissive to societal expectation. Third one is advertisement. Fairness cream advertisement. Advertisements for fairness creams often portray women as a submissive and lacking confidence until they achieve barrier skin tone, implying that fairness leads to success and confidence. In the conclusion, we can say that media has historically portrayed submissive female archetypes, reinforcing traditional gender roles. Over time, there has been a gradual shift towards more diverse and empowered representations of women. Early portrayals often depicted women as a passive, obedient, and reliant on a male authority. With changing societal attitudes, media begins showcasing assertive, independent female characters. Modern narratives increasingly challenging submissive stereotypes, presenting women as a strong, complex individual. The evolution reflects broader societal changes and ongoing efforts towards gender equality in media representation. Here are my references, and thank you. If you have any question, you can feel free to ask.
So, Harpreet, my question is, what negative stereotype does the damsel in distress archetype perpetuate, particularly concerning the gender roles?
In damsel in distress The protagonist, the woman, damsel is submissive, played a submissive role. That archetype in a pressure of help, one kind of helplessness. Also, she is dependent. She is highly dependent on her main rescuers on the Damien and in distress. That perpetuating particular concerning the gender roles.
So, Hardi, my question is, how does Deepika Padukone portrays the submissive character of Rani Padmavati in the movie Padmavati?
Deepika Padukone has played role on Rani Padmavati in Padmavat with the full with her with full of obedience towards obedience, love, respect, and totally dependency on towards her husband. That's why she also portrays as a submissive character of of the movie. Thank you.